to me, what is the beautiful thing is that we are looking at two girls that are extremely humbled and just so normal that, yes, their life, as far as their tennis goes, will change forever. But as far as their personalities, I'm really 100% convinced that they're just gonna remain the same, as beautiful as they are, and that's a nice thing for women's tennis.
Okay, that is the main event, Marketa Vondrusheva against Ashley Barty in the women's final from 3 p.m. But we've got live tennis right now happening inside Court Philippe Chatrier, and for that, we join Eli Weinstein.
Hi guys, Court Philippe Chatrier semifinal part 2 of the Djokovic team. Novak Djokovic was up 4-2 with a break in the fourth set. It's now 4-4, so we're back on serve. Dominic Thiem is serving. They've been playing for almost 3 hours. If you add yesterday's time and today's time, the stadium is packed, obviously. The sun is shining, as you can see. It's still windy, a lot less than yesterday. Conditions are a lot better. And this match is, this fourth set is coming to an end. Could go any way at this point.
All right, Eli, so that's where they stand. That was from yesterday. Dominic Thiem closing out that third set, and we'll keep an eye on it. They're midway through the fourth set. Thank you so much for that. Our eyes now fully focused on the women, and actually both of them have been on court so far today. And Daniela, for Marketa Vondrusheva, she's never played on Court Philippe Chatrier, so of course she had to get her practice on that court today.
Yeah, exactly. She got here really early today to make sure that she has her first hit on the court, because it's going to be a very special to be out there for her today. And, you know, it is a much bigger court to any other here in Roland-Garros, so that was a good thing that she came in early and get used to the conditions. And as Eli said there, it's much less windy than yesterday, which, you know, it's really strange to say because it is a windy day, but just compared to what we've experienced yesterday, it's going to be much easier for both girls to be out there.
Daniela, you've been in Grand Slam finals in doubles and mixed. It is a very different day. As normal as you want to be, I'm just heading out for practice. It's not normal.
It is not normal, but what is beautiful thing with Marketa, I was actually there when she was warming up in the gym this morning, and she does make it completely normal. You know, they talked about stuff that's, you know, just on a daily routine that you wouldn't even realize that she's playing a Grand Slam final, and that's what I love about her. She's very pure and such a, you know, beautiful person, and the way she strikes the ball is just so natural, and I just love watching her play, because at the moment I still can't get enough of her.
Okay, so she went on to Court Philippe Chatrier. Ash Barty was actually just behind us on Court 5 with her coach, Craig Tizer. And you talk about how relaxed Vondrusheva looks, but Ash Barty, she seems to be quite the cool customer no matter what the circumstance.
Yeah, exactly. So as I said earlier, I mean, this final, it's going to be probably the coolest and calmest we have seen in a very long time, because both of these girls, yes, it means the world to them, but at the same time, they are just such a normal and pure human being. So it's beautiful to see that. And for Ashley, being able to get through that semifinal when you are 5-love up and losing the set, that's probably the worst that can happen to you. So to me, how she was able to deal with that mentally, she's got a lot of confidence coming to the finals as well.
I thought it was interesting, those first shots. A couple of days ago, I saw her walk out to Court 5 to practice with her team, a hitting partner and her coach. Just then, she had 6 security guards escorting her to Court 5. Just a reminder that today is a different day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is where she realizes that her life will change forever as far as her tennis goes. And interesting that you said that you saw her a couple days ago on Court 5 and today as well. That's where you stick to your routine and to your favorite warm-up courts. And also she hasn't had a singles match there this year, but you just don't do anything to change your habits by now. You know, you just got to stick whatever worked for you to get to the finals. And it's going to be a really interesting one. To me, the other advantage for Ashley here today is that she's so used to playing against lefties, because her doubles partner used to be Casey Delacroix, so I don't think she's going to be troubled with Marketa's left-handed serve.
It's time to hear from the coaches of the two finalists, starting with the gentleman in your picture there. He is the long-time coach of Ashley Barty, Craig Tizer.
Yeah, obviously Ash has never been in this situation before, so in a Grand Slam final, so it's all new. So we'll try and talk about that for a little bit, but today was probably a good test for her. She hadn't been in a semi before, so to fight through and win, you know, we'll hopefully put everything together and she'll be right for tomorrow.
Conditions are going to be a bit different. She's going to walk on court and 15,000 people are going to be there. That's also maybe a bit overwhelming, and that's something that is that something that you prepare also?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, she's played in front of big crowds before, so she's done it at Hopman Cup in Australia. She's done it at the Australian Open. She did it at Miami in the final there, so she's had big crowds before. So I don't think that's going to distract her. She actually likes that sort of stuff. It's more probably her opponent and how she goes about it, and what actually happens on court is what she's going to focus on.
I think we try to do the same thing like we did, and we try to don't be satisfied and just be focused on the final.
And it's just a match like any other match?
Well, of course it's different, but you have to fight every match the same. So I hope Marketa can handle it.
I think that's a big question. Can they handle it? The question is, this is a very different day. How do they deal with the pressure when they're out there? But we have to look back to the semi-finals, and that was also a very different situation because they weren't playing on Philippe Chatrier for Ash Barty. She was out on Susan Longland. And the thing for me, Danielle, and we talked about this a short while ago, how on earth do you turn things around from 5-love up, losing that set, to going on and winning the match?
Yeah, exactly. That to me was huge because we always questioned a little bit Ashley's mental strength. We always knew she had the tennis, but to be able to recover from the disappointing first set just shows how much she has matured, and that's why I'm not worried how she's going to handle the final today. Actually, both of the girls, because as you heard their coaches saying in the semifinals they were there for the first time and they managed to handle that. So in the finals it's going to be pretty much the same thing, just on a bigger court.
And Ash Barty actually said, Daniela, that this was the hardest match for her to get through in her career. That could pay dividends today.
Exactly so. I mean, the confidence she's carrying from this match, not only being able to get through the semifinals, but how, as I said, being 5-love up in a set and losing that and still be able to recover, that's probably the most difficult thing mentally you do in our sport.
Okay, so for Vondrusheva, she was backed against the wall in both sets against Johanna Konta, but to come through that one, and again, I think for both of them today, it's playing with freedom because there's not that expectation, but maybe Vondrusheva today, she's still the underdog, right?
I think she is, yes, definitely. And the way, again, she was able to handle the semifinals towards the end, she was getting a little bit tight, but you can't really tell that because she just seems so cool on the court and she just makes it look like that's what she does every single day. Now, for me, the most important thing here is how Marketa's going to approach this match tactically, because what has worked for her so well in this tournament was the drop shot and bringing the girls in. Well, she's got to be careful with that today, because if there is one player that covers the net better than anyone, that's Ashley, because of all the doubles titles she's got and she reads the game so well. So Marketa's got to be really careful when she's going to use the drop shot today.
And Nick, have you noticed we still haven't got a prediction from Daniela?
I feel like we're getting closer, right?
Are
we closer?
I think we're going to leave it to the very end of the show.
Oh, I like
you think
that.
so?
The suspense.
The suspense.
Well, it's a huge day here. It's actually finals day. Championship weekend is clearly underway, and that's the focus of today's RG Confidential. As Roland-Garros comes to a close each year, players make one final march past the legends of the game to walk out on court Philippe Chatrier, where they try to make some history of their own. Gladiators take center stage. No tennis match is created equally. This is the final, and while players say the focus is only on the ball about to meet their strings, destiny can be distracting. After the battle, dreams dashed or realized. This is when tennis past meets present. A trophy changes hands and a new legacy is created.
The importance of it is pretty amazing to think that you've got maybe 14 or 15,000 people, seeing the camaraderie from yesterday's tennis to today. And I think that's the one thing that tennis has, that the history is important.
Now, Rod Laver is going to be presenting the men's trophy on Sunday. And Eli, we are still waiting to find out who will be facing the 11-time champion in that final.
We don't have an answer for you yet. We are in the money time of this fourth set. It is 5-all, 30-all. There haven't been any breaks since we last spoke. Servers have held, and now Dominic Thiem is up 40-30, so he's going to serve to go up 6-5 and have a second chance to receive to close it out. He received at 5-4, but wasn't able to close it out. So we'll see. If he wins this next point, he has a chance again to close.
Wow, big time there, Eli. Thanks for that live semifinal there, Thiem and Djokovic, who will play Rafael Nadal in the final. That, of course, is tomorrow. But today, it's the women's final. And Daniela, it's the moment we've all been waiting for.
It's time.
You ready? Who do you think is going to win?
Look, as much as I want actually both girls to win, because I absolutely admire their game, and coming from Eastern Europe, just as Marketa is, I'm going to go 51 to Ashley to 49 to Marketa.
That's as close as can be,
51-49. And can I ask you, is it big back home? Is it big in the Czech Republic? Is it in all the areas around it for Marketa?
I mean, it is huge. I mean, to have a girl from Czech Republic in the finals, I mean, all the papers in Slovakia and Czech Republic, it's been all about Marketa. So it's a huge day for her. But as I said, she just makes it look like that's what happens to her every day.
But we might have to wait a little bit longer, because I believe that Novak Djokovic has just broken the serve of Dominic Thiem. So he's serving to take them into a fifth set. But we're going to be back a little later.
Yeah, certainly. We will be right here with you after the women's final. 30 minutes after the trophy is hoisted, we'll be here with you to show you the new Roland-Garros champion. It is Vondrusheva against Barty. It's unexpected, and, well, we can't wait.